The wonderful Parramatta River at its absolute finest. As you can see, the water is chocolate brown. We've had a lot of rain in the past couple of days, so we're going to give it a go and see if there is any bream about. Our main technique today is soft plastics. We've got the Flick 295 on a 1/20th jig head on an Infeet 742. This is the EX and a Certate 2000. So what we're going to do is we've gone pretty lightweight with the jig head, so we're going to cast it past the bridge and we're going to try working it back. I'm not going to work it back slowly because I know it is very snaggy here, but I'm going to see if I can get something to follow it on a bit of a aggressive technique. What we're going to do is we're going to cast upstream and let it drift back with the current. That way the lure will get down a bit quicker and we might find something, who knows. We're on. We're on. Wonder what it is. Little flathead, maybe. Sure is a little local flathead. Let's get you in, buddy. Forgot to grab my net. There we go. Little local flathead. Away she goes. We want to try to line up the tide pushing our lure with the pylon. If I can have that lure sinking very naturally next to that pylon, and I'm sure we'll be in a chance to catch some fish. So this is the secret. Saccent in the bloodworm. We cover the whole lure, especially the tail. You want it to leave a nice little scent trail behind it. Now that we have a new lure rigged on, let's see if it makes a difference. Lure profile, number 1. Number 2, color. Number 3, the way it's rigged. And number 4, putting some scent on that lure. So maybe the bream are holding up on the edges. Maybe that's the secret. I don't know. At least we don't need to worry about the snags. Our lure is not sinking.
We are sinking. We're sinking.
What are you thinking about?
Okay, we noticed that the wave minnow was not sinking at all. And that's not what we wanted. We want our lure to get down there. Lucky last. Wave minnow on a jig head this time. That's what we want. Bit of a heavier jig head. That way I can work more of the water between myself and the channel. I can just slow roll it past the pylon. Hopefully without getting snagged. I got snagged on a 1/20th. A 1/16th will get down there a lot quicker than a 1/20th. So once we start getting a bit closer, we gotta be careful. There we go. That's a fish. That was right beside the mangroves. We've got no net, but we're going to work with what we got. What is that? Got a bit of size to it. Right species or wrong species? What is that? Oh, it's a good bream. It's a good bream. That's what we came here for. And after all that hard work, I did not want to leave without a bream. Got some weight on it. Watch out. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how it's done.
Once again.
And it's not a bad brim either. It's not a bad brim. We'll get a measurement on it, we'll get a few photos, but that is exactly how it's done. Sydney urban fishing at its absolute finest. Alright, so we just got a measurement on this fish. Let's get it a bit higher up so we can see exactly how big it is. That is a 36 nut. Is that 36? Just under 36 centimeters. We've just been working a couple of hours on the banks here on the Parramatta River. The water's absolutely filthy from all the rain we've had yesterday and the day before. I didn't know whether I was going to catch fish or not, but here it is. A nice, dark, healthy yellowfin brim from the Parramatta River. Nice urban fish. We're going to get this lure out of the fish. It was a 3-inch wave minnow, a Daiwa 3-inch wave minnow. We'll get that out of its gob and we'll get a nice release. Let's go. Away she goes. Off you go. Off you go, little fish. Yes. Oh, nearly fell in. I'm going to break down what I thought caught me the fish today. So to begin with, I started off with the Flick 295 and I thought it really didn't suit the conditions that I was fishing today. The lure was clear and it's more of a flick bait style lure, so I couldn't really get it to flutter down the water system. So I ended up changing lures a few times and we ended up with the wave minnow, the 3-inch wave minnow by Daiwa. It's got a long curl tail that works through the water column and the fish seemed to love it. It was in a darker green color, which was the mudblood color, and it seemed to do all the damage. We caught a flathead at first, which was a good sign, but we ended up catching the brim on the wave minnow. So another thing that I think that helped me out today would have been the scent. I smeared that lure with a lot of scent, and I think it was the difference of catching fish or not today. The conditions were tough. If you watched all the way to here, I'd like it if you hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next video.